Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Merry Christmas. Hope you enjoyed your day. We're rounding up the day where I live. It's already past 10 at night. So it's been a heck of a day, very busy. I spent the whole day cooking, serving guests and all that. But I wanted to have one more video with you before I call it a year because this would probably be my last video on this channel. I guess aside from shorts and less intense videos, I would really want this to be like my last video for 2022 because I need to rest and start the new year recharged. So I have a number of things I wanted to talk about. It's a little bit of a chit chat, but before we start, my name is Anne. This channel is Scentolutions, and we're all about perfumes here. So, if you haven't seen this channel before, welcome on board. If you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. And to all my subscribers who started with me in February this year, I really, really, really appreciate you. All the subscribers that have joined our little fragrance family in the course of the year, you are much appreciated. You don't know what it means to me that you saw my channel as small as it was and you took the leap, subscribed, and have been with me since then. It means a whole lot to me. And I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate you guys. I appreciate all your comments. I appreciate all your insights. I appreciate everything and all the support. It means a lot to me. And I'm going to be, in the course of the video, just calling out a few names who have really, really, really supported my channel. And if I miss out your name, it's not because I don't care. It's just because there are a number of people and I can only remember one at a time. So guys, let's get into today's business. Like I said, it's a chit chat. I wanted to talk about my year 2022 in perfumes. So I started this channel in February, and to be honest, it was a bit of a whim. Like it was one of those impulsive decisions because I'm quite an impulsive person. I'm one of those people that would just think about something and start it. All right. So I started my channel in February. I'd wanted to start the year prior, but the pandemic, I had COVID, I had so many things happened and I just couldn't get around to starting it. So in February, I made a decision and said I was going to start, and I did. When I first started, if you see my earlier videos, they were poor, poorly edited, poor lighting, everything. But one of those things where I just wanted to start off, and I felt like I would perfect things as I went along. So, started the channel. I'd been collecting perfumes for about 2 years, just getting to know perfumes a lot more, doing some research about perfumes, things like that. So I wanted, to share that with a community that had the same love for perfumes that I do. And I must say that I've learned a few things just being in the fragrance community as a smaller content creator, and I'll share that as well as we go along. So this video would pretty much be me talking about my year in perfumes, the perfumes that stood out for me this year, the perfumes that I wasn't quite impressed with, the ones that I kind of started to have different feelings about, the ones that I need to wear a lot more. And I'm just going to pick a few because I don't want the video to be full of all my perfumes. It's just me telling you my general thoughts. Okay, so let's start with one that I think I'll leave the standout ones for the end of the video. And I'll start with one that was a bit of a letdown. And I would say that it was a letdown because maybe I let myself be taken away by all the hype on YouTube. And I think that was Baccarat Rouge 540. I did a review of this perfume. For the life of me, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not able to really see what makes this perfume such a standout perfume. It's great, don't get me wrong. It's airy, it's fluffy, but maybe because I get that medicinal scent the most, that medicinal note. That's what my skin pulls from this the most. So I think that kind of threw me off a bit because a lot of people had talked about a sponge sugar type of scent. And so I really had so many expectations. I got it as a gift from my husband. As if you, I mean, if you look at it, I have actually tried to use it for layering. I use it for layering a lot now because I mean, this means a lot. My husband got this for me on my birthday this year, and I just couldn't imagine not using it. So, and it's so difficult, like reselling where I live. So, it's sort of like once you get it, you kind of have to find a way to use it. I mean, there are people who resell and all that, but the logistics of it, I just can't deal with because I have a proper 9 to 5. So, this for me is a bit of a hobby. Yeah, so I can't really commit to selling. Ugh, it's too much for me. Anyway, so Baccarat Rouge, and if you love this perfume, please don't take offense. I'm just talking based on my own opinion and how this perfume performed on me. It didn't quite meet my expectation, and the expectation is that which was set by YouTube. And I know that um that's nobody. I can't blame anyone for that. I'm the one who let myself be taken away or blown away by the reviews. So yeah, so Baccarat Rouge 540 was one that I didn't quite get with, or I haven't quite gotten with on its own. However, as a layering combo or as a layering base, it's great. It's great. I've layered it with a number of perfumes, YSL Libre, I think Rosie's Vanilla as well by Mancera, and I did get great results. So yeah, in that context, this works, but on its own, I've struggled with it a bit. Okay. Another one I wanted to talk about was one that did is it 360 or 180 degree? So I loved it. I started off not being too sure how I felt about it. I didn't quite like it, in fact. And then all of a sudden, I like it. And that is Alien by Mugler. Alien was, I don't know. I started off not really being sure of Alien because I couldn't quite get with that indolic jasmine, but now maybe because I have smelled a lot more perfumes, I appreciate Alien for what it is. It is very unique. And in this day and age of like very mass appealing fragrances with kind of similar vibes and profiles, you tend to appreciate the standout perfumes a lot more. So that's what it is with Alien. And I kind of feel like I understand Alien a lot better. I see where they were going with it and I can appreciate it for what it is now. So, Alien, I changed my mind about in the course of this year. All right, now this one breaks my heart a little. No, not really breaks my heart, but Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. And if you have this same experience, please let me know. So with this perfume, I still love it. I feel like Coco Mademoiselle is like one of the most elegant perfumes you would ever find. It's really elegant. It's so pretty. And I've always classed it amongst my, elegant, mass appealing, very beautiful perfumes. Classy. But I think because I'm now more conversant with certain notes, and I kind of now know the notes that my nose doesn't quite get with, somehow I started to smell the patchouli a lot more in Alien this year. And it just happened one day I wore it and I was so blown away, and not in a good way, by the patchouli. Like, the patchouli really got to me. And this used to be a perfume that I would douse myself in. So for the life of me, I couldn't understand what was going on with the patchouli. And it's been that way since then. I think this started in like June or July, if I remember correctly. For some reason, the patchouli just hit me wrongly. This was a perfume that I would wear to work. I was wearing this everywhere and I was getting a whole lot of compliments. So I don't understand what went wrong with Coco Mademoiselle. For some reason, the patchouli just became a lot more intense than I was used to. And, you know, I wasn't reaching for it as often as I would. You can see the dent. You can see how far I'd gone with this perfume. So it was something I was always wearing. And then for whatever reason, patchouli just became really prominent. So if you know about this perfume, if you have it, please let me know if it's something that happens with Coco Mademoiselle. Does the patchouli get more intense as it ages? I really don't know, but that kind of hurt me a bit because I love this perfume. I just love it. Okay. Now, we have the ones I haven't really been reaching for that I feel I must reach for a lot more this year. And my not reaching for them is for there's no particular reason. It's just, I just haven't been reaching for them. Now we have Tuile d'Hermès. Yeah, Au Poivre. I love this perfume. I said this one was very great for cold weather. It's a great perfume. It's very different. It's one of those ones where you're not going to smell like anyone else in the room. And I love perfumes like that because they make you stand out. I love it for instances where I want to stand out, not where I want to like melt into the crowd. So for me, this one, I need to reach out for a lot more. For some reason, I just haven't been reaching out for it. I bought it and, I haven't really used it the way I thought I would. So Tuile d'Hermès, reach out for it a lot more. Now, Burberry hair is another one I think I need to reach out for a lot more. I loved it when I first got it, but for some reason I haven't been reaching out for it. And, this one has this very lovely, fluffy quality, with the fruitiness and everything. And I really, really want to use this more. Again, you can see the dent. I started off using it and then somewhere along the line I just stopped. I guess it's, as you acquire more perfumes and things like that, there's a limit to how much you can use what you have, right? So I get that, but in the coming year, I actually want to use this a lot more. This is the Eau de Parfum. I want to use it a lot more because I think it's a beautiful perfume and it has a lot of potential. All right, the third one, and I'll just show three. There are a host of them, but for the purpose of this video, I'm just showing three. The third one is I Want You by Jimmy Choo. I feel like this one also hasn't gotten enough love from me. When I got this, I kind of felt like it fit the profile of Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. To me, they smell alike. The first time I smelled it, it reminded me of that perfume. And I think Good Girl is another one that turned on me as well. Good Girl and Coco Mademoiselle. Yes, Good Girl, for some reason, the tonka part of things started to choke me a bit. Maybe I wore it in very hot weather. I can't remember, but there was a day I wore it and I just couldn't get with it. Anyway, it smells like I Want You by Jimmy Choo. I feel like if you have one, you don't need the other. And I don't know, maybe that's the reason I haven't been reaching for this as much as I should, but this is one I want to reach for more in the coming year. Okay, now I'll move on to my most versatile perfume of the year, my easy reach, my love. This is Secret by Mugler. This one, I love, love, and love. It's an eau de toilette. It is so pretty. You can see how far I've used it. I have to use it up because it is such a beautiful perfume. I don't mind getting another one of this. This is one I could just slip into my bag. I know that when I wear it, I don't need to think too much about whether I smell nice. It's aquatic, it's got some florals. It's so pretty. Such a beautiful perfume. I would douse myself in this. And this one legitimately has gotten me a lot of compliments. It's just very feminine, girly, easy to wear. Such a beautiful one. If you like, well, if you like, there's this one by Mugler. It's called Eau de Parfum. It's Aura, Mugler Aura, but it's called something sensual. Eau de Parfum Sensual. Yeah, it's a flanker of the Aura range by Mugler. That one too has this kind of scent profile. This feels like a more diluted version of that perfume. So if you know that one, the smell is not too different from this. The smell of this is not anything groundbreaking, but there's just something very wearable and easy about it. So this is my most reached for perfume of the year. All right, now let's come to my best perfumes of 2022. Okay, well, before I get to that, let me talk about my best discoveries of 2022. I discovered Middle Eastern fragrances this year, and guys, I am blown away. Now, I'll tell you that with Middle Eastern fragrances, you're going to get a lot of disappointments. You get a lot of perfumes that smell alike. Sometimes they would repackage things and call it a new name, all of that. But when you come across the nice ones, guys, when you come across some nice perfumes, Middle Eastern perfumes, So I'm going to show you two that I really, really love that I discovered this year and that are blowing my mind. All right, this is Thawa by Latafa. So Latafa makes beautiful Middle Eastern perfumes, some of them inspirations of more mainstream designer or niche perfumes. But this one kind of fits into the profile of YSL Libre, if you ask me, because it's got lavender, it's got some citrus in it and all. But this is such a beautiful perfume. If you can wear YSL Libre, you wear this one and you will love it. I love this one. It's a beautiful perfume, very long lasting. It's a powerhouse of a perfume and I love, love, love it. So Flower by Latafa was one of my discoveries this year, and I think this kind of opened the door for more Middle Eastern perfume discoveries for me, because I actually now have a channel. That's how far I've gone. I have a second channel where I review Middle Eastern fragrances. That's how far down the rabbit hole I've gone, but I'm enjoying myself with those fragrances. I can't lie. Love them. Love, love, love them, And I just wanted another forum where I could talk about them in detail, because I also know that I didn't start this channel reviewing Middle Eastern perfume. So I feel it's a bit inconsiderate to just throw this on my audience. So I felt like it might be, better for me to have another channel where I can really go to town, and talk about them in detail. So if you're interested, I'll leave the link in the description box. If you like Middle Eastern perfumes or just affordable perfumes in general, you could check that channel out. I have a number of videos there, and knowing myself, I'm sure I'll soon have like 100 videos on that channel. All right, so that's it. So Thawa by Latafa, this Thawa Gold actually, very beautiful. This is from the Latafa Pride collection, and it's one that really made me get very interested in exploring the Middle Eastern fragrance world. Another one that also kind of got me interested was this one. Let me try get it out of the pack. Okay. Now this is it's called Fakar by Latafa. Now this, if you like L'Interdit, this kind of mirrors L'Interdit. Let me just spray it to remember if it's L'Interdit. That, yeah, this smells like L'Interdit, but a lighter, yeah, a lighter, more airy version of L'Interdit. Yeah, it fits that profile perfectly. So, but it's less than half the price. So, I mean, if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to L'Interdit, this would be your jam. I love this. It's floral, it's tuberose. It's very beautiful. I love it. Very, very beautiful. Makes for a beautiful present. Look at what the pack looks like. So it makes for a very beautiful gift. I love it. Love it. So these two kind of sparked my interest in the Middle Eastern houses because I'd always thought they were more into the ouds. I mean, you've got the oud fragrances, don't get me wrong. And I'm actually also foraying into that and just testing my nose on ouds as well. But I'm talking about the fragrances that lean a little more mainstream, okay? Because ouds are not, you don't just get into ouds. You kind of have to test the waters a bit and all that. So, yeah, Fakar, Thawar, all from the house of Latafa. Yeah, so that sparked my interest in Middle Eastern fragrances. Now we come to my best perfumes of 2022. I'm going to start with number 3. That is YSL Cinema. This year was also the year where I discovered my love for vanilla perfumes. This is Cinema by YSL. It's a beautiful citrus vanilla. I really love this one. This, such an easy reach. I don't feel like this is talked about a lot. Where I stay, I was told, by the distributors that this has been discontinued. So I was able to snatch one off the counter, but you still see it online at different prices depending on who is selling. I really love this perfume. You can see how far I've gone with it. It's so beautiful. Lovely vanilla, beautifully done. Number 2 is L'Interdit Rouge by Givenchy. This is your tuberose. It has I think there's pimento in this one. It is so spicy, so beautiful, so rich, so luxe. This perfume is, when I wear it, I feel very put together. I feel like I'm in charge. I just feel like I have to be dressed up to pull this off. You have to kind of dress to match this scent because this is a powerhouse. This is elegant. This is feminine. This is such a beauty and I love it. I really love these perfumes. I wear it when I'm going for like parties where I'm going to an event where I really want to stand out, where I really want to feel feminine, where I know that I'm well dressed and I want to complement it with a powerhouse scent. This lasts forever on my skin, forever on my clothes. I can get a whole day's wear from this if I spray it generously on my clothes. I can get about 5-6 hours on my skin. So it's a very well done fragrance. Like Givenchy left no stones unturned with this one. So I love it and it's my number 2 perfume of this year. I wore it a lot to outings. I don't even really wear it to work. I wear it when I'm going out. My number 1 for the year, Van Cleef & Arpels Orchidee Vanille. This is so comforting. It has a chocolate note in it. It's got vanilla. It's such a beautiful perfume. Doesn't have the greatest longevity, especially on my skin, but I'm ready to respray this as long as it takes. This perfume just makes me feel like everything is going to be okay. That's what this does for me, and I really, really, really love it. This is my number one perfume for this year. I'll try other things, other perfumes from Van Cleef and Arpels next year. I believe if I have some time, maybe before the year is over, I'll do a wish list video, or at the beginning of next year I will do one, depending, but I really want to take time off filming to just relax. But yeah, I want to try other perfumes from Van Cleef and Arpels because I really love this one. It's really nice, nicely done. It's just so beautiful. Like, I love Orchidee Vanille. I think it's such a beautiful perfume. Yeah, so this is my number one. Yeah, so there you have it, guys. That's like my 2022 in perfumes. Um, I'd love to know what your 2022 heavy hitters are. The perfumes that really, really stood out for you this year. If you can share that with me in the comments, I'll be happy. And thank you again to everybody who has supported my channel. It's been quite a year. YouTube is not easy. It takes a lot of commitment. I do this as a hobby, but there are times where you kind of want to see your channel grow and it doesn't. And it's very possible you start feeling a bit let down. You feel like all your work is not being seen. But for me, the way I look at it is you have to put in the work. You have to bring out the content. You have to continue to improve your craft. That's the way I see YouTube. So I don't dwell too much on the numbers. I just, focus on doing my best, doing my best, bringing out what I think is informative content that is reflective of how I feel about these perfumes, trying to keep it as authentic as possible, trying to just pace myself because YouTube, is very fast paced, and especially with the world of perfumes, they're a dime a dozen. And if you're not careful, you just find yourself being lost in the haze of, you know, perfumes. And I don't really want that. I just want to talk about the things that I love. Okay, so I'll call a few names. Saint Vix, C Vix Lady 98. Thank you so much for all your comments and support. Mary Beth, thank you. Anne O'Leary, thank you. Rana, thank you so, so much for always commenting, always talking about my channel. You're so much appreciated. Carmen, thank you so much. If you haven't seen Carmen Centric's channel, please check her out. She has beautiful content. She talks a lot about designer perfumes, sprinkling of niche here and there. Such a beautiful lady with a beautiful channel. I believe I've called Mary Beth. Yes, there's Raquel. Thank you so much for always commenting. Valencia, thank you. Alexandria, thank you. Claire Smith, thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate. Claire Smith is another person whose channel I really watch a lot, and I really respect her because she comes at this from a different angle. She has very informative videos on perfumes, and I love, love, love her channel. The first time I found out that, she used to watch my videos, I almost fangirled out. So I really love her channel, and I want to thank you so much for all your support. Really, really appreciate you, So I'm looking at the names just so I don't forget anybody. Scented Heaven Fragrance Reviews, that's another channel to watch out for. If you haven't followed her, please go because she makes beautiful, beautiful perfume videos. Lalada Beauty, I love everybody. I love talking to people in the comments. So many people supporting. It's not easy. There's Haley Van Rooyen that supports my channel as well. I've called Rana, but I'm calling her again because I think she joined this channel when I'm sure I barely had like 10 subscribers when she joined. There's also Silver Lining Fragrance. That's another channel you should check out. She does fragrance reviews. I see her do like body care, makeup as well. So also check her out, guys. Thank you so much for making my 2022. My target at the beginning of the year was that I would reach 500 subscribers. I know that's not much, but I mean, for me, that's perfect. That I would get to 500 at the end of the year. I'm at 482, so we're almost there. So, if you have people who kind of like perfume content and you think might like this content, please share these videos with them so that they can also um, watch and join our little fragrance family. I forgot to mention Rosanna Briscoe. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you so much, guys, for making my 2022 perfect. Hope till we see in 2023. Enjoy the rest of the year and continue smelling great. Happy New Year in advance and Merry Christmas. Bye, guys.